It's late. I wanted to get this off my chest because, I really didn't like it today. And I've been trying to get a better understanding of people and their way of thought because I want to work with everybody. I really do. Back in the day, probably didn't care. It's sad. Yeah, back in the day, I worked for a bank. I didn't really care because guess what? Another customer was coming. Like they would be in the door. I put zero time and effort when I worked for a bank for realtors, for customers. You didn't have to put any time or effort into it. It was super easy because they just walked in and you could give zero effort and zero shit about getting a loan done for them because you were going to get another customer either way because they still came to you because they had a relationship with the bank that you worked in. So it doesn't matter if you do a good job or a bad job because guess what? You still get a little bit of a salary and the banks pay you measly amounts on loans. So it really didn't matter. But being a mortgage broker is totally different ball game. And I think this is why most people that are looking for a loan come to a mortgage broker because you put your heart and soul into it 100%. Because A, that customer is worth 2 referrals to you. That realtor's worth at least 2 referrals to you. And if you impress them enough, that listing agent may be worth a number of referrals to you. So as a mortgage broker, you try so hard to please everybody, but at the same time, you have to remain ethical and in control. Okay, so today's for instance, and what I want to talk about today is I had a customer or potential customer that texted me while I was out at a banquet, but I answered. Because what do I tell folks? I tell you, I will always answer on the weekends, no matter what. From 10 to 10, I will answer you either by picking up my phone and talking to you, which I hope happens, but there's certain times where that can't happen, and I'm going to respond via text to you. And then I'm going to call you afterwards and probably follow up with an email after that. But as a mortgage broker, you want to take advantage of anything and everything that comes your way. You're out to please the client, the listing agent, and the buying agent, the title company. I mean, everybody involved. You have to because you're relying on those referrals. So today, what happened is I was at an event. And I got a text message from a customer or a potential customer that I had met at an open house. I don't know which one, but he had my card, had my number, called me. Super excited because that's awesome because going to these open houses is actually working. So the customer asked to get pre-qualified because he wants to make an offer on a home today. So I'm like, this is great. If you want to go ahead and get a head start, here is my code to get into my system. You can go ahead and fill out 1003. So customer didn't want to fill it out on his phone. So I asked potential customer, what's his email address, sent it to his email, and it's the same thing. You're back in the system, setting it up to where we're going to get you working today. All right, so that being said, everything's cool, right? I'm like, great. After I leave this event, I'm going to go home. I'm going to work on a loan application. I'm going to call such said customer and start working on this loan application. I'm super excited because, every customer is so important. Every realtor is so important. Every part of the transaction is so important. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm giddy kind of while I'm sitting at the event doing what I'm doing. And so on my way home, I call him. Oh, strike. Let me go back a little bit. Rewind. I can probably edit this, but just rewind. I get a text saying that we asked too many questions. So I get in the car, I'm leaving the event. I'm excited to talk to a potential customer who I met at an open house. Don't know which one. But he says we asked too many questions, and so he says he can't hear me while I'm in the car, and that's fine. Said I'd be home in 5 minutes, so I called him as soon as I got home. I'm at the computer. I'm going through the 1003 that he started filling out, and I realized, like, there was stuff missing. We started going through it together. I said, oh, okay, are you married, unmarried? You know, we went through the basic stuff. It's just going to be your primary residence. I see you're putting 20% down. I see that you currently live in an apartment. When's your lease up? You know, just basic questions, because you can never ask too many questions. Trust me on this. You can never ask too many questions. And you want us to ask questions. Trust me. So we get to assets. And I see, like, there's, like, account number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's normal. That's fine. But there was $77, and the house is a $450 house, but yet we've said we're putting 20% down. So I asked, I'm like, okay, well, where's the 20% coming from? Is it going to be gifted? Is it money you already have? Is it retirement money? What is it? And he didn't want to tell me. And I'm thinking of other ways around it, but I can't think of any other ways around it. Unless I start talking about, hey, are we going to do a down payment assistant loan for you? Maybe I could have gone that route. I don't know, but such said client said that he already had somebody pre-approve him or pre-qualify him without any assets. I'm like, how do you pre-qualify somebody with zero assets unless you're going straight DPA? Down payment assistant loan, which could be. I don't know. But customer did not want to work with me at that point. And I don't know why. It really puzzled me. I guess I could have made something up to say, hey, we have the assets. But do I feel good about that? There's no way I feel good about that. Because now he's going to go out and make an offer on a house, right? And they're going to accept his offer. And that's scary because, like, he's going to have zero assets that I've ever seen. Don't do that. I just had somebody do that and didn't know about it. I didn't know about it. And then found out and then got documents and then had to tell them that this isn't going to work. So if you are planning to buy a house, or if you're planning to buy a house, like you're ready, or you think you're ready to really be prepared, if your mortgage lender is not asking you a lot of questions, you should be asking yourself a lot of questions at that point about your mortgage lender. My name is Bill Rogers. I'm also known as the Money Man. My NMLS number is 620948. We are an equal housing lender, and I will ask you a lot of questions.